guys, welcome to yet another super amazing episode of Breakfree Millions with your coach Iffat Khan. Well, this is the place where you break free into the life and the business you desire.
A successful entrepreneur, investor, and a global marathon runner, Aniketh Jain has built a successful B2B company straight out of college called Solutions Infini, which was bootstrapped and organically grown to $35 million with a team of 150 people. The company grew quickly and gained recognition. It won numerous prestigious awards, notably the Deloitte Technology Fast 50 India Awards for 5 years consecutively. His love to see startups grow doesn't stop with his own. He is an active investor in deep technology startups that have a core focus on B2B, regularly mentors a few founders, and is continuously rooting for their success. Solutions Infini was renamed Kaleyra. Kaleyra is one of the fastest growing and powerful global cloud communication platforms in the world today. It is trusted by over 3,000 enterprises spanning across 12 countries to enhance their business communication. Besides its headquarters in Italy, Kaleyra also maintains a technology office in India and offices in Switzerland, United Arab Emirates, and Singapore. It has successfully been listed on New York Stock Exchange. Aniketh Jain has been shortlisted as EY Entrepreneur of the Year, been featured on Your Story, Business World, INC 42, Live Mint, Tech Story, The Statesman, and many more. He was also recognized for his commendable management skills by several authors, including Shobha Warrior in her book Dream Chasers. So let's welcome Aniketh Jain.
Okay, welcome to the show Breakfree Millions. So good to have you here.
Same here. Good to be here.
Alrighty then. So, well, there's so much that I really want to talk to you about, because I've been reading about Kaleyra and I've seen how this man has actually, taken this company to a global level. Yeah, and that's such an achievement. And should I go ahead and tell these guys that you're just about 32? Do you mind if I say?
Old now.
No, but that's a huge achievement. So tell me, Aniketh, how did you, go about doing all of this? I mean, at such a young age, and what was your core, fundamentals that you went by?
So when I was as a kid, right, my grandparents, my grandfather used to actually always has inculcated this business idea in me, in the sense that he used to always make sure that after my school, I go back to shop and work there.
Oh.
And that's where I think I learned those tricks, because he didn't want me to waste time in playing cricket or playing with friends and chit-chatting and whiling away my time.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted me to learn a lot, and at a very young age I think I started doing that as part of my early days, and I remember from my 6th standard when I was just about 12-13 years old.
So your grandfather's actually coached you through.
Yeah, I mean, he is the one who actually in a way coach, but those days, there's nothing like coach, but he always wanted me to learn, to not waste time, optimize my time, and if I go to sit in the shop, I will learn something every day.
Sure.
So right from, selling my grandfather started this business of shooting shirting, so I used to sell these clothes, customers used to come into the stores, and I used to, at 14, 15 years old, I used to manage the entire shop by myself with 2 or 3 staff. I used to take care of the shop. If my grandfather was not there or my uncle was not there, my dad was not there, I used to manage this on my own.
Wow.
So very early on I learned.
Very early on, and there are not many people who get an opportunity to go ahead and learn this at such a young age, because most children would be like, for me, I was like mostly tied up to my school and then my home, and then just do my thing and just do my studies, and that's about it.
I used to look at my friends, right? I mean, my friends after school, they used to be so excited that, okay, now I'm going to get a chance to play. I'm going to go out and be on the street the entire day. Okay, but I used to like, oh man, shit, it used to be very opposite for me from what my other friends used to do, but it's.
But you enjoyed it?
Initially, yes, it used to get frustrating because, oh shit, I have to go to shop, it's very boring. But today if I look back to those days, and I think these were all very important fundamentals that got tied on to my life and became very critical today of wherever we are today, right? As Kaleyra, as a company that I've built this, I think it all goes to those days and those moments, those core that is going to build this.
There I see a lot of youngsters, coming from a business background where the base is business, parents have been into businesses, but actually not being able to still, make that business successful and take it to the heights where you have today. So what do you think would have been, will be the challenge? What do you think probably they might? So what is that different that you did?
So one is, if you're under the shadow of a family, right? In a family, what happens? A lot of control still lies with your elders in the family. So you're trying to get your space in there, and you're going to try to prove your point, and that's where you get into that fight, the family clashes and all of that. That's one part of the story, but there are a lot of positive. If you're you have to be dynamic. I think you have to go out there and shout out and say, you know what, I'm going to take this decision. I'm going to drive something. Yes,
you have to prove
you have to prove yourself there. So you have to spend reasonably good 2-3 years or 4 years of time in a typical family environment. Understand, you have to do bottom on top approach. So you start from a small, you do the smallest work of that office, knowing that you're the ultimate owner, but you have to start getting to smaller work to figure out how really business is built. Because a lot of these family businesses are built from the bottom, from the very small thing. Somebody must be started from cleaning his shop to getting everyday cleaning.
Yeah, the traditional businesses that you see,
opening
people own a lot of shops.
All that, right?
Right.
And suddenly, if you enter at the top and you say, I'm going to dominate, it's not going to happen. So you have to learn the basic fundamentals and the core and take that journey
to where you want to take it.
So you have to give yourself that time. And then I think at some point in time, the family tree will actually tell you, okay, I think it's time to give away some responsibility, and you should handle this. And
maybe when they start trusting you a little bit,
absolutely,
the trust comes into place.
A big factor, yes, trust comes in.
You started off at 21, right?
I started at 21. So before that, I was in family business. So I had shooting business. Then my father started one more mobile. So we used to sell mobile phone accessories. By the way, that's not anywhere out. I used to sell mobile phone. There was a big market for Nokia phones, and people used to be very fascinated about these changing the color of the outline cover of the phone, and then tag and cases, and every day they wanted the chargers. So I used to buy these chargers from the central market and bring it all the way to the suburbs in Bangalore and sell these to.
You used to do that?
I used to do that, yeah.
Wow.
I've done that business for about a year and a half. That was during my college days. And that's how I learned. That's how I think the business DNA is coming.
Good. It's so raw. It's so real. It's like, that's how it is. That's how you do business.
Yeah. You should. I'm imagining myself. Somebody comes, "Bhaiya, ye cover change kar do." I used to literally go and which one you want to select? I used to say, 200 rupees, 300 rupees.
And that time you were in college?
I was in college. I used to fix those cover and give it to them. I used to do recharges for people. People used to come with 50 rupees recharge, 100 rupees recharge.
Trust me, if you tell the generation today and you tell them actually you have to do something like this, they would run away. They wouldn't want to do it.
Yeah. So I think what happens is they should not differentiate between any work. Every work you have to treat it as a work. Yeah. You have to give your 100%. Whether it's a small work, whether you make just 1 rupee out of a recharge or you make 5,000 rupees, doesn't matter. You have to put in that effort. And I think I think all those stitched today to where Kaleyra is.
Beautiful.
Yes.
At the age of 21 today, it's been like how many years for Kaleyra?
It's been 10 years now.
Wow. Yeah. And what made you start Kaleyra? Like how all of a sudden, you.
So what made me start Kaleyra was I was in college. Me and Ashish, the other co-founder, we were both studying, and we did a college project called College Management System.
Okay.
So we made a software that could actually send an SMS to parents, saying
your
kids are sending SMS to the parents about their SMS whereabouts about their exam results, could be their attendance and all that.
Right.
So that was a project that we did for college. So we finished we finished our college, and Ashish by then was already sort of in that mode of I want to start something of my own.
Okay.
I want to sell this software. So while I was his good friend, I used to always get him some projects on a freelance basis. And he said, I'm going to start this company. I said, great, I want to be part of this. So instead of me figuring out something, why don't we just collaborate? So that conversation happened. And in 2008, we both decided, okay, it's time to work together. Because he also needed someone like me who could go out there and get business. And he was the one who was like the backbone of engineering side. And that's how it all started.
Amazing. So it's like a collaboration with you and your friend, and it just started like just through.
So he initiated the idea. He started a company called Solutions Infini. I said, okay, I don't mind being part of it, and we joined together.
So the brain behind this is you, both of you.
Both of us. I mean, he started with the concept, and I just sort of took I think it was a very nascent stage. It was like Ashish has just started off. But then, he wanted someone there to could help, and I was always there. When he started, also I knew that he's doing something.
So cool.
Yeah. So college happened, and then college.
I've been meeting all the entrepreneurs. People who are doing extremely well, mega successful, and it's so funny that they tell me that it just happened, and I'm like, yeah. And there are people who come up to me like they got several ideas. Sitting upon those hundreds of ideas and absolutely being able to do nothing. What do you have?
So I think that's the other. A lot of people today where we are, a lot of people ask me, how did you do it? You don't think too much. Actually, that's been the fundamental.
I love that.
You don't think too much. You just go out there and start.
Yeah.
And I remember me and Ashish. It just took those few seconds to say, okay, let's work together and build this company. And then we had no clue. What's going to be our revenue? What's going to be our business plan?
Didn't know what the market is like.
What is the weakness? Nothing.
What's your vision like? What's your vision like? What's your business plan like?
So if that was the situation, I would have never started, because I would have always thought of risk and saying it's always thought negative way. I'm actually saying just go get it. Just go out there and start. You'll figure out. Whatever happens,
we'll figure it out.
So we said, So you said, let's put this money. Either we make it or we break it. So that's where the story is.
And probably, I believe that's what people get stuck into, like 10 different ideas, they don't know what to do. And maybe
they keep talking to 100 people about their business ideas, and they say somebody will say this is a good idea, somebody will say this is not a good idea, somebody will say I won't fund you. So there's a lot of permutation combination, there's a lot of dependence on outside.
A lot of dependency probably, and also expectations of somebody maybe will go ahead, fund me, and I'm just waiting. How did you start Kaleyra? I remember you did share, you started with some 4 lakhs or something?
Yeah, 4 lakh rupees. We invested about 4 lakh rupees in early days in 2008, and that's how after that we never raised money.
So you never raised money, and you started with 4 lakhs and you just grew that?
Yes, we just multiplied from there. Today we
both of you together working?
Yeah, both today.
It was hard for you to get your first 100 clients or maybe your 10 clients? Yeah.
I think it took about a year to sell. I think some 2-3 lakh of SMSs that we had to sell in the market. It took like almost a year, and then we sold those messages to our customers. Today we do like 2 billion messages per month on our platform. So you can see how the history has been. 2 billion
SMSs, and what's your revenue like now?
So we are right now at current run rate, we are about 300 crores revenue.
From 4 lakhs to 300 crores in the span of 10.
This is the Indian entity, yeah.
Brilliant. Awesome. Aniketh, personally, I would want to ask you, since we've been talking about your company, your successes, and you've been doing phenomenally well. But the thing is, what were your personal challenges? Like you as Aniketh, what has been your challenge like when starting up businesses, or maybe taking Kaleyra to the level where it has been like?
So I think the challenges are double-sided for us. For me, especially. One is I never had a corporate experience, so I never worked in any company. So that's
you think that is a challenge?
Yeah, I mean
that was a boon.
Yeah,
Trust me, I waited 27 years to start my first company.
Yeah. So I know. I mean, I mean, yeah. I mean, I would say. I mean, you know what happens is when you get so experience is important, right? The time that you spend in a setup. I feel somewhere that could be one of the we could have made. Maybe we could do something much better. But yeah, what you're saying on the other side is. We had this rawness in the whole 7-8 years. So the way we felt what is it to run like a company, we started
whatever required to go with it,
right?
Yeah.
Hired people, figured out things. We did some mistakes, so you end up doing some mistakes, typical mistakes, which happens in life. You do those mistakes and you say, okay, we've done a mistake. Let's accept it. Let's change it. What is the right thing? Let's do the right thing and move on. So that's been one challenge. I think personally, I think other challenge has been that I think we've not been able to really leverage the network of brand. We are a global organization. We're all of that, but we don't go out there. So we're a bit of shy people. We like to stay more.
That I can figure out. Anyways, I literally had to push him to do this.
Yeah.
And Aniketh is like, okay, all right. And the moment we walk in, he's like just standing there, not a word.
So that's us. So both of us are like, but okay, we'll do it, but we're not very. I mean, I think, and then there have been challenges of people.
But you deserve all of it, You deserve the hard work that you've put in, where you've taken your company to. So you deserve all of this. This is like, good. It's like spa for you, for your company.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. So where exactly do you see your vision like for Kaleyra? What is your vision like? Let's say another 5 years.
So I think right now our vision is to go public. We are almost in the final stage of going IPO at New York Stock Exchange. So we collaborated with a company about 2 years ago with an Italian company based out of Milan. They are a large enterprise company doing similar business in Italian marketplace. Today, we together as a company, we are about roughly about $126 million in revenue. And the first goalpost is to go public, and then from there on to we want to be a global cloud communication stack provider, and for these services to businesses across the globe. Work with Fortune 500 companies, help them to solve business communication
problems. I'm quite
problems.
sure you're going to achieve that.
That's the plan. Yeah.
So one thing, before I let you go, I would really want you to probably share something to the viewers. Maybe a message or an advice that you got throughout your life, which you always kept on and you held on to it, which is like your core value,
So one of the core value has been, just to tell you that at very, very early when we started Solutions Infini, and now it's called Kaleyra, in 2009-10 we were doing like multiple things, right? And we were sort of lost. It always like, there were like 10 things we were doing.
Right.
And in 2011, we started focusing on just one thing.
Brilliant.
And that focus really transformed Kaleyra. That focus changed our growth, changed the business. We started getting more talent. We started growing exponentially. And I think that focus is a crucial part, which is very close to us. That I believe personally that focus brings you a lot of.
That's
growth.
doing one thing at a time. So you don't put your leg on two boats probably and sail, and then it shouldn't be that case. So that is brilliant, guys. Focusing on one thing. If you really have your ideas, you have a couple of ideas on your palette and you want to start with one among them, maybe what I would suggest is that if they cannot identify which one to go with, Aniketh, what I feel is that they should go with what their heart really wants and what they are really passionate about. That's the kind of business that they should start up with, and just pick that one and go with it.
You should just start, figure out 2-3 things, you realize what works, what don't work, and then just go and focus on one thing that works for you.
And today, the world is so amazing because we've got technology and everything is run by technology and it's all digital. So you don't have, and even marketing, when it comes to marketing, you get it so easy. Today it's so easy. So guys, this is very important for you. If you really have a couple of ideas that you are really waiting to, sitting upon and just want to start, just pick one. Go with it. Take risks. If you don't take risks, probably you're not meant to be an entrepreneur. It's I would say the life of entrepreneurship, right, is risk taking. You gotta be able to take risks.
This comes with reward. So just go and take risks.
Yeah. And if for that matter it does not work out, just go ahead, take another risk.
Just keep on taking risks in life. That's what entrepreneurs do.
Brilliant. So now I want you to actually leave a message out to the young generation and to the aspiring entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs who've just started, the startups. What is that key message that you want to put out in the world from Aniketh? Yeah.
So in my personal view, I think, hey guys, so don't get distracted with there are too much options today available, right? Back in 2009 when I started, the word called startup didn't exist, the word called co-working space didn't exist, accelerator didn't exist, mentorship didn't exist, advisor didn't exist. So yeah, I think these are too many distractions today. You need to identify what is right for you and go after it. So avoid distraction, okay? Focus on your business model, create a value out of the model. Then you don't need any VC because VCs will come after your product value if your model is right. So you need to figure out, because I know that a lot of people, a lot of entrepreneurs spend a lot of time in raising money, significant time, and rather than focusing on the business model, okay, solve the problem. When you solve the problem, the value becomes even more interesting, even more valuable than going after valuation funding. I think that should be your not important priority, but you should focus on your, and then I think then it brings down to focus, which you focus on your business model, you keep adding customers, you keep building business, you get revenue,
and just get
you're sorted. Then it just go global.
Brilliant.
So don't go after money, just put your own money and invest more in yourself. That's what I can suggest you.
Brilliant. Awesome. On that note, this is the best part. Okay, I love this. But then the thing is, you got to be really quick. We have a rapid fire. So you ready for this?
I'm scared. Okay, but I'm ready.
Why are people scared sitting there?
The spontaneity I don't like. I mean, it's like, okay.
Yeah, that's how it should be. Don't be scared.
Okay. I'll try to.
Alright, it'll be quick.
Yeah.
Just say whatever comes to your mind.
Yes.
No sentences, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So this is on trust and belief. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 being the lowest, how much do you believe in yourself? Give me a number. How much do you believe in yourself?
I think what, 8, 9?
How much do you believe in everybody else?
10.
Really?
Yeah, I believe in people more than I do.
Wow, I love that. That's so amazing. That's one phenomenal answer which I've gotten today. Brilliant. Alright, so the second one again on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you see yourself? This is perception, okay? Like how do you perceive yourself and how do you perceive others? Not trusting, but perception. How do you perceive yourself? Like, give me a number. A value?
About 7.
And others?
Most of the time I end up perceiving, I mean my perception is very high, so I perceive them about 9.
Okay. I'll have to do a little bit of coaching with him. Right? And it comes to contribution, right? Like, I'm quite sure your answer is going to be the same. But don't think about this, but tell me, okay, contribution. How much can you actually give to yourself as a being? And how much can you actually give to others? Give me a number. To yourself?
I think to myself, maybe 7.
Okay, and to others?
10. I'll give more.
I'm impressed. Right, so this is the part B, okay? So you gotta give me one word. So just give me a word, right? Now this is about your purpose, okay? So what are you here for? Have you found that yet? Have you found your purpose?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, the second thing. The second question is legacy, okay? So if you leave this world today, when you're gone, do you want the world to remember you at large? Yes or no? You, Aniketh, not Kaleyra.
See, I mean...
No.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
I think no. I'll tell you why. I no.
You don't want the world to remember you?
No, why? There's so much to remember in life. There's so much. So I would say...
Okay. If yes, then what should people remember you as?
A good entrepreneur. good business guy.
Too humble, you know that?
Uh-huh.
Too humble. And yes, because you're doing fabulous, man. Yes, thank you so much, and that's where we end. It was brilliant. I truly loved it because the more number of people I meet, and all the questions vary and the answers vary, so you kind of get to know the core of the individual.
Okay.
Maybe we will talk this offline and tell you more about yourself. But you are doing an incredible job.
Thank you.
So happy that I got an opportunity to go ahead
Glad.
and bring you on the show.
Thank you so
So
much.
you're out there.
Yes, thank you. I'm more than happy. This is the first time I've done something like this, so.
And it was fun, right?
It's fun. Yeah, fun.
Amazing then. Thank you so much, Aniketh.
you.
It was
Thank
such a pleasure. Before
you so
we go,
much.
this is for you.
Hey, thank you so much. Thanks for the book.
Yes.
Really, thanks. Well done.